Switching now to our third Midday Forum. Joining us is Congressman Jeff Fortenberry. Welcome, Congressman.
Thank you. Good to see you.
Good to see you, too. Now, you're working on a project with Columbus, Nebraska.
Yes.
Tell me about that.
Yes. At the entryway of Columbus, there is an extraordinary World War II monument. And it is built in honor of Andrew Jackson Higgins, who invented the troop carrier that carried our troops on the D-Day landing in World War II. And it's an extraordinary boat with statues replicating the storming of those beaches. Last year, I represented America with a congressional delegation at the 70th anniversary of the D-Day celebrations. And it was just a great privilege to be there, meet the veterans. But I also met a British military historian who had served in the British military. And I invited him to come to Nebraska because he had such an extraordinary command of the details of the battle on Normandy. And he saw the World War II memorial in Columbus, and he said, this belongs on Utah Beach. Well, it started the process. The community of Columbus has done an extraordinary job of raising funds, replicating the Higgins boat, the statues representing the troops who stormed the beaches. And the boat is now en route and will be dedicated on Utah Beach in the very breach where our troops first stormed through on June 6th. And that in 1944. And just an incredible, incredible gift to the community of Columbus, people of Nebraska, really America, in honor of the sacrifice of our troops on that day, who helped turn the tide in the war.
Yeah, definitely. That's wonderful. Now, what does this mean for the Columbus community and for the state of Nebraska?
Well, again, having a British military historian who knows the intimate details of the battle say to that community, this monument is so special, and Andrew Jackson Higgins being the man who President Eisenhower once said won the war for us, that this memorial now belongs on Utah Beach, and the community of Columbus getting it done in such an expedited fashion is a real tribute to the character of that community. And again, this is a lasting gift from the people of America to the people of France in memory of what our troops did on that day.
That's wonderful.
It's so special.
Now, this is a replica, you said?
It's a replica of the original Higgins boat, again, the troop carrier that landed on D-Day. You've seen it in all the World War II photos. And the inventor of that boat is from Columbus. He grew up there. We think maybe he got his experience along the shallow waters of the Platte River. Later was thrown out of Creighton Prep High School, a bit of a rabble-rouser, but went on to convict the Navy that they needed to build this boat. And then President Eisenhower coined him as the man who won the war for us, because it was so instrumental in creating the options for our landing that day in Normandy, France. So help win the war.
Well, wonderful. Well, Congressman, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks for your interest in the project. It's really quite meaningful and special.
Well, of course. We'll be right back with a recipe from the Test Kitchen. You're watching Channel 8 Eyewitness News Midday.